Well, summer is supposed to be a time to relax, but when parents have to fill hours each day, usually taken up by school and extracurriculars, those schedules become stressful. The same goes for your kids when there's a balance between overbooking them and not scheduling enough to keep their bodies and brains active. In our Time for Kids, Time to Talk series with SSM Health, our Danica Lewis shares how parents should go about penciling things in.
3, 2, chicken wing, 1. Here's one ball, create your own game. Here is like hardly any equipment, go do something. Here's nothing, figure out how to play. They don't know how to play. So we got it, we know how to play. So let's practice finding our own space inside the square.
For about 30 kids in the Madison area, summer starts at Camp Begin.
Because I want to know what you think would keep you safe.
As a gym teacher off for the summer, Maura Farrell has found there's a fine line between being bored and simply being.
Because today's focus is the breath.
Between monotony and meditation.
Breathe in, monkey.
Having nothing to do.
Sun grab.
And just doing nothing.
Come back to warrior 2. The birds are chirping, the leaves are starting to rustle back and forth, and it's just a natural thing for people to want to be. This is when we're really, really extra strong and courageous, and now watch what we do when we go into humble warrior.
Boredom is necessary for creativity.
Outside of Camp Begin, Sarah Delaney works as an occupational therapist.
Great thinkers had to have been bored.
She's seen that some kids who struggle with sitting all day at school may be diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, or another emotional issue, just need space.
I think trusting that it's okay if our kid is bored and allowing that to happen, and then giving them the tools to really manage the emotions that come up when they're bored is why this camp is just so powerful.
Unstructured is where they get to be creative and build those neural pathways in their brain, and science says they need to do it.
Kids need to get bored, and only when they get bored is actually where you see this creativity flowing. You see that their executive function is actually better.
SSM Health child psychiatrist Dr. Bhavani Balamudi knows setting a pace can be difficult for families. Scheduling in too much without free time can lead to long-term problems.
They develop more anxiety and depression because they're constantly feeling like they can't keep up, they can't keep pace, and they are not able to do any of the activities that they're in to the fullest of their I think, potential in general. So that leads to kind of low self-esteem and kind of low self-confidence.
Gotcha! But schedule in too little during the summer and your child might opt for screen time, which Dr. Balamudi says is just as bad for the brain.
They're used to this instant gratification and kind of constantly engaged on the screen, so then the rest of the world becomes actually very boring and very monotonous, so that they lose interest, and it leads to kind of focus and concentration problems.
No screens at camp. We're taking them away. Now we're gonna make some force.
Knowing what's too much, too little, or just right for your child is all about communication.
Having that connection with your child is a very important part of, understanding how much do you want to schedule your child.
Bring it back to warrior 1.
Camp Begin is all about learning mindfulness, some yoga poses, and whatever else helps these 4 through 14-year-olds
all the way up and stretch up to the sun again.
Tap into something and express it.
They're allowed to be imaginative.
I need that. I need emotional regulation all the time.
Just letting the kids play like we all loved to do when we were children.
We're going to share gratitude every single morning, and probably other parts during the day.
Farrell and her staff hope this week at Camp Begin is just the beginning of their boredom.
I hope they don't want to leave.
Danica Lewis.
And I hope they walk away with great memories.
WISC News 3.
Dr. Balamudi says maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is also important during the summer months to keep kids emotionally healthy. There are still spots open at Camp Begin over the next few weeks if you're interested in enrolling. For more tips on this and other topics on your family and mental health, visit our Time for Kids, Time to Talk page at channel3000.com. You can find resources and stories to help you start the conversation.